Okay, great. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Astraea Love. All right. So please make sure that you're familiar with my full legal disclaimer. It's in the description box below. But by watching videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes all shadow banning and copywriting of my content and my messages. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted, and do not steal messages from God and the Holy Spirit. You're not stealing from me. You're stealing from God, and God's not going to allow you to do that. So I'm reminding the people watching about my personal human rights attempting to persecute. So I ask that God persecute the copycat to the fullest extent of the law, or the fullest extent of what you can do, Most High. I'm reminding the people watching about my personal human rights. I shouldn't have to do this every day. So I'm going to just ex-nay that part. If I feel like anybody is overstepping my boundaries, then I'll go back to having to explain that I have human rights like everyone fucking else. But I feel like it's really redundant just to remind you guys what's in the Constitution. Okay. So anyways, I ask that God come be with us now. Please cloak us. So that nothing can see us that should not. Thank you. Please return all evil. Block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence, impact, or sway this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. I ask now as I call upon God's favor to give me the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on earth. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles. In your holy name, Lord my God, I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. And also, God, please return to sender all moon magic rituals, all black magic, everything that was done with the Libra moon last night to create imbalance. Please return to sender. Okay. Return to sender and reversing curse. All right. We're going to check and see what the tarot's got to say. I hope you guys are having a good day today. You'll have to forgive me for being a little bit agitated with these people sending the same fucking witchcraft over and over again. I'm literally not even I'm not as angry as I should be or could be. Let's just say that. From what they did with the moon magic last night, I should be screaming, crying, weeping in my bed, unable to get up, unable to move, all this dumb fucking bullshit. That's not going to happen. Hi. Yeah, you feel horrible today. It's because of the moon magic. Very strange this morning. Both of you guys. Wow, welcome in. Yeah, that's why I'm like asking God right now to do reversing curse. So if you were to reverse the energy back, it would basically take away all the effects of the curse that's been sent, right? But that would just be to reverse it. If you reversing curse it, what you're doing is you're reversing the curse so that the effects go on to the person that did the curse so that they wake up feeling with it. So I definitely feel like the destiny swap they tried to perform that last night. Again, like I said, it was a setup. So if your energy is feeling off, it could be because you're empathically picking up a little bit of the energy that they were sending. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm picking up. Yeah, right? I know, it's a bad feeling. Well, let's try to work through it, okay? Calling in positivity. I call upon your guides and your angels. And I call upon the Most High and the Holy Spirit to clear this energy. Well, I'm feeling a hook in my back. So I feel like somebody tried to hook into my solar plexus last night. and it got rejected. Also, they did the glamour spells, the fat spells again. I'm going to ask God that you protect me while I sleep, that you protect us all while we sleep, and protect us from fat spells. Protect us from the spells that like will make people get up in the middle of the night and fucking eat and all sorts of dumb shit while they're not even awake. That's witchcraft. Okay, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus Christ, and I rebuke the person that's doing that in the name of Jesus Christ. I don't give a fuck if they're a family member. I don't give a fuck if, I mean, I don't even really have very many family members, but I don't give a fuck who they are to me and who they are to the collective. I also do not fucking care who they are to the collective. It's time for this person to go. God, it's time for you to permanently remove their energy from this planet forever. So yeah, I ask that I remind you of the chosen. I remind you of myself being chosen and of the chosen collective. And then I remind you of what you said that you would do. And I'm just reminding you of everything that was done last night. They attacked a lot of people last night. I know, I could barely get out of fucking bed. I was just like, oh, it's 11:50 fucking 4 and I'm still laying here. What the hell? Just like I got up, and usually I would this witchcraft that they do on me, what it does is it makes me like act out of character. It makes me like get really mad at God because I'm picking up on it. So, and the night before. Yeah, you know why? Because when the moon cycle comes around and you've got a full moon, you can utilize its energies 3 days before the full moon actually arrives and then 3 days afterwards. And so they take that, 7-day basic period, including the day that is the full moon, and that's when they do their rituals. They wanted to affect your finances and your ability to work. They also, like, I know what's specifically being done to me. They don't want anybody to find me on the internet, which is really fucking whack as shit, because that's so self-centered to do to somebody when the world needs me. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to hide you guys. And it's like, no, bitch, these whack ass practitioners and these whack ass readers and these whack ass fucking people that are doing this dumb shit. Yeah, there's definitely more than one reader that did more than one attack on people. Yes. Oh, really? Horror bugs. You know what that is, Ragnarok? There is a specific hell, and it's an insect hell. So that's most likely where you went. Yeah, Beelzebub. It's basically Beelzebub's realm. All of the higher demons have a realm. So yeah, if there were locusts flying around and all sorts of scary shit, I know what that place is like. Yeah, go. Every time I go to that hell, I immediately open another door and go to a different one because I don't like to stay there. All right, let's see. All right, 3 of Wands. Wow. So basically, they were trying to stop a project from coming into existence or a contract, a new business idea. Again, this is like somebody trying to stop me from working on the internet and stop you from doing your job. And they don't understand that this is like a birthright, Yeah, they definitely tried to put you in a spiritual prison. They came for me too last night. And I was like, I'm gonna have to whoop I folded their ass up like an armchair. I'm not even kidding. And then usually there's demons lingering around that I have to scream at and tell them to get the fuck out of like my area. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if there's a witch that's a neighbor. I don't care. Stay the fuck away from me. And so today I feel like there's not demons here because I'm not seeing them anywhere. But yeah, it was a specific spirit that was possessing this mother and daughter that were attacking me. People that pretend to be my friends. Yeah, it was definitely a massive battle against the witches last night. I mean, they really tried to balance things in their favor. Like, they really tried to use that moon to balance shit in their favor, but they're not in the right. They're like literally doing heinous acts against themselves and other people. So like I said, it's kind of like a supernatural setup, but it's happening so that you can learn how to do, you know, warfare. The Tower and the Reavers, these people are screwed. They're causing their own problem, their freedom. They tried to threaten your guys' freedom. That's insane. Like, you have in the spiritual realm, bullying people in the spiritual realm like this is going to backfire. So, God, as above, so below, loose us in the heavens and loose us on the earth. Deliver us from this witchcraft and deliver us from the disaster of these witches. Amen. So yeah, it says that they're causing their own problem. Their freedom is threatened. They feel like they have no choice. They feel like they have to do these rituals on you guys. Welcome in, Crazy Cast. They feel like they have to do these rituals on you guys. Excuse me. Or they're not going to have abilities. They're not going to have a job. They're not going to have a car. They're not going to have a home. And they're right. They're right. They're not going to have these things, but it's not about the ritual they do on you of why they're not going to have these things. This is because of the choices that they've made, why they're not going to have these things. God is stripping them of everything because this person tried to strip you of everything and take all of your shit. And, you know, their bullshit has already been returned to sender. Nope. Why don't they steal their own fucking destiny? It says loss of job, pride, and prestige. Somebody's having a major fall. They're losing money and they're losing prestige. They're losing their social stature. Disaster and the accompanying of unnecessary suffering could have been avoided. Take action to stop trouble. So again, if they had just left you alone, they could have avoided this altogether. However, they're stupid. They didn't leave you alone. Like I said, nothing is ever, these witches are so fucking dumb. They're the dumbest creatures on the planet that literally I may end up destroying their afterlife. I may literally take away the field of reeds. I may literally take that away because I don't want these human witches going into any type of nice afterlife where they're not going to be put up under judgment and burning in the pits of hell. Like, that's just to be honest. And God feels exactly the same. So yeah, no, we're getting rid of that place. We can move all of the witches that are there to somewhere else. But if any of these witches pass away, they go straight to hell. I don't even want them in purgatory. But yeah, their gifts are being stripped of them. And these people are looking to you to see if you have their gifts. Yeah, you have their gifts. I mean, God had to give the gifts to somebody, and so definitely wasn't going to be them. They already had them and they abused them. These people could have tried to take you to court for something. They're going to get an unfavorable judgment in a lawsuit. Unwanted proposals, overwhelmed by crisis. They feel unable to cope with day-to-day problems. This person's fucking boring. Dealing with the aftermath of problems drains their energy. No shit. We're all feeling a little tired because we had to fight our asses off in the spirit last night, but it's nothing compared to the tiredness that these people feel. Yeah. Yes, it's definitely fucking your destiny, not only to put these people in their place, but it's your destiny to overcome this, and they want that destiny. See, these people are under spells. These people put spells on each other. Yeah, absolutely. 222. Overwhelmed by crisis. Okay, it says things will eventually work out. Eventually. This may take lifetimes for it to work out. I'm not kidding. What they tried to do last night, it may take lifetimes for them to be freed of the karma. That was the side effect of what they did. And this is all because you have a new business, or you're starting one, or there's a new business partner, something like that that's coming in. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, these people wanted to confuse you. They wanted to block your path. God said, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. These people will give into the demands of others. They let others make decisions for them that are not in their best interest. They're afraid of their own authority, and they will regret their actions for a long time. That's exactly what I said when I saw the 6 of, yes, Uriel's number. When I saw the 6 of Swords, that's exactly what I felt, is that these people will be dealing with the aftermath of this for a very long time, like lifetimes. It may take 7 lifetimes for them to get rid of the karma that they just created with one night of witchcraft. So, and this is the thing. Those of us that are truly chosen earth angels and star seeds, we don't have another life on this planet. We actually, maybe this may be our last lifetime that we're going to experience before we ascend and, go into retirement, go be with the light beings in their realms. So I'm never going to see these motherfuckers again. So they're going to have to work out their karma with the devil because I won't be around. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if the devil will be around in the future like that. Most likely the devil's already ascended and turned back into an angel. So they're going to have to contend with lifetimes on a shit planet, literally a shit planet. And they're going to be born in like crippled or fucked up. They're going to have serious defects in their lifetime. Seven of Swords, this is the thing. These people are fucking backstabbers. They have many choices that confront them, but only one choice is going to lead them to victory. And the victory would be to repent. The only thing that's going to help these people is if they go, and my right ear just started burning really hot. It's not itching, but it's burning. So you guys will have to let me know if you know what that means. I'm always trying to figure out what the different body parts mean spiritually so that when something happens, they're either irritated that I'm talking about it or they've tried to do something to keep me from talking about it. They want you to think that you're going into another like 7 or 10 year loop with them, and you're not. This is over. This done been over, but now it's going to be over like even more. The Chariot. Okay. So yeah, so you know that the energy that you have right now is not your energy. So we're going to say, God, please, we call our energy and our power back to us. We rebuke it out of the witches and warlocks of this world, and we call it back to us. I also demand that Leviathan drown these people if they try to take any journey by water. I ask that you tip their boat over. Okay, thank you. That'll get rid of a lot of the people doing this shit. This Chariot energy, okay, this is what I'm saying. What these witches have been trying to do is to get you guys to, I don't know how, see, I don't have any censorship on the messages. It's just YouTube's thing. So I don't know how they're doing that, but I'm sorry if your guys' messages are getting censored out. That's definitely not me doing anything. That's absolutely YouTube's policy of, whatever. I try not to get upset about it because I am working on this platform. So it doesn't help me to just be irritated with YouTube, but trust me, it's irritating. So this Chariot energy, this is your vehicle. This is a fast moving energy. This is also a UFO that's watching these people. Okay, I'm getting Galactic Federation of Light. And then I'm also getting that these people were doing witchcraft to get you to act out. This is what they wanted you to do. So this is going to help you understand the energy that's being sent. Wow, there's no coincidences. We all said that at the same time. Yeah, that is not our energy. So yeah, we send back all the energy that does not belong to us, known and unknown, seen and unseen. There you go. Light some sage. That's what I've got sage burning right now to just transmute the energy. My nose is starting to run. Oh yeah, dang it. I forgot to take the allergy pill. It's tree pollen time. Just not a good time for me. I can deal with the other ones, but the tree pollen's the worst. So these cops, what these people wanted, yeah, you do have a UFO guarding you. It flashes outside. Yeah, for sure. You know what? I see things in the sky, and then I see these, I don't know what they are, if they're helicopters or planes, but you've been in a very low vibration. Yeah. Well, this is like, doesn't this feel like almost every other moon cycle that they do this? So what I'm feeling like what they do is they do something that's either in Halloween or it's in December or January for the new year so that they can steal from you all year long. Okay. And then they do things on the moon cycle monthly just to keep up their witchcraft because like the thing that they do, like I've heard it explained like this. The thing that they do that's once a year is like a toy. The other work that they do with the moon cycle is like the batteries to put in the toy to make it to work. So we're just going to take away the toy and we're going to take away the batteries. So these people have been doing get you put in jail spells, get you caught up with the cop spells, get you thrown in prison spells. That's what they've been doing. They've also been doing illness spells and trying to destiny swap. Okay, so they want you to act out of your character to the point where people will begin to be suspicious of you and then feel like you're a threat, and then that way you'll be put away. They're building up for Mayday rituals. Yeah, they want to cause a mass self-offing. Yes, they do. Yes, big suicide energy that they're working with. Do you realize that these people are most likely going to be unaliving themselves? This is all being returned to sender. All of it. Yeah, I feel like the only reason that I'm not screaming right now and yelling at demons is because I did use the moon to do protection last night against this exact shit. Cut it on the devil. Wanting to change your finances in a permanent way so that the tables turn, where this is because God's making that where the first will be last. This is now the last will be first. God's turning the tables. These people now all of a sudden want to switch up their fucking last names, metaphorically, so that they can be first. No, bitch. They were first. They were false. And they're going to fall on their faces doing this dumb shit. And the devil is about to turn on these people in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the devil is now turned on these people. They're like, as soon as she does the reading and brings this up, we're going to fucking go betray these people. I'm just like, okay. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. They're going to get some bad news. They're going to get some bad news that not only did their moon magic fail, not only has it been returned to sender. Yeah, trying to behead you. That's crazy. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I understand that totally. Wow. So where your cervical, your spine, you have a sacral cranial nerve. I'm getting that there was an entity attached. Whatever that accident that you had that you broke your cervical spine and stuff in your neck, there was an entity attached to that. So God, please remove that entity and remove any other entity that would try to cause accidents. These people need to rethink the ideas behind their work and projects. They're carrying a 10 of wands and they tried to drop this 10 of wands on you and it didn't work. So they're going to be burdened the rest of their life for doing this. So there's only one card for you so far, the 3 of wands, the 5 of pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so this is showing me that they had been successful in the past trying to mess with you, to mess with your stability specifically, right? They had done this in the past. Also said money affairs gain some balance only after causing serious problems. So again, these people are going to have major financial debt, major financial issues. The magician in the reverse, because they did black magic. They're selfish. They're manipulative. They tried to do magic on the justice system. And for somebody out there, somebody has an inheritance that they don't know about, and they tried to keep you away from this. This could be physical or it could be spiritual. Yeah, you are still the sunlight. You're still showing up the sun. Whatever you plant will grow, right? You're attracting in your real soul tribe family. And that was one of the things that they were trying to block. Yeah, it probably is spirit. It went away, thank God. But I always wonder when the body starts doing weird stuff, what it means. I don't even know how to say that word. Hot solstice. Pyrophacy. I don't know. Prophecy. They want, that's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. They want the wealth that is supposed to be yours. Why don't these people just go get a fucking job? Like that, like literally, this is what I'm saying. It's not, the money is not going to fall out of the sky and land in these people's laps. I don't know what they were thinking. They really, really got the shit twisted. Yeah, you're dealing with the Empress in the reverse. Somebody who can't grow not a damn thing. They're looking at the sun energy, jealous as all hell. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So they were causing some type of wound with an ear, is what I'm hearing, or they were attempting to cause some type of wound so that you wouldn't be able to hear or see, just really messing with the senses. This person's life is out of balance. They're focused only on material belongings. And that's the thing is, if you hold a negative intention, you're trying to use a spiritual means to bring about fucking like material items, then that's really bad. That's real bad because you're going to get caught up by that for doing that. My nose is itching. This person could be somebody that's living around you. They could be a neighbor. They could be a Mormon. Again, yes, Mormons do rituals. Yes, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Let's just say that. They don't know what they're doing. Their rituals end up taking from people. And that's why I don't like them. Well, one of the many reasons besides that they're fucking stupid and their church is not legit. I don't like so much negative. They may try to make the buildings white, but it does not change the fact that there is a negative extraterrestrial race that is running their temples, every fucking temple, and is behind manipulating every Mormon. Okay. And I don't fuck with these aliens. These are not aliens that I fuck with. Methodists, yeah, for you, yeah. See, I don't think I've ever had Methodists. I don't know. I've never met anybody that's a Methodist. Let's just say that. See, even the Jehovah's Witnesses, they can be intrusive, but they don't do this type of shit. They're not connected to negative ETs that basically bind them in this life and the next. So the next life they incarnate into after they get bound together, because they believe that you have to, it's fucked up. They believe that you have to get yourself bound to your family members or your husband to see them in the afterlife. No, that's because yeah, used to have neighbors for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, there could be kind people of every religion, but it's the energy that's behind that religion that I can't be. It just makes me violently ill. Like when I get around somebody that's been doing bad stuff, I will start to just get violently ill and almost faint. Like literally, just like really, really sick. And then once that person's gone, it's just like, boom, I recover and get better. So that's a good indicator when your fight and flight reflex is going like, oh, like there's something going on. But yeah, this person has psychological problems, and I'm not a doctor, but anybody that could look at this weird person, this not divine feminine, would be able to see that they have psychological problems. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. Um yeah. See, when you know, when I'm not dissing all religions. There's a little bit of truth in every religion, even if it's one grain of salt of truth in it. Okay. And so I'm not dissing the religion. I'm just dissing the humans that are binding the Holy Spirit in a negative a way to attack their neighbors. I don't like that shit. All of this binding and controlling the Holy Spirit shit. I don't fucking like that at all. And that's where these people get shit twisted. Like there's a lot of Christians and a lot of different people in different religions that are very nice people, but their energy is stank because of the rituals they're performing in their religion and what's behind those rituals, what extraterrestrials are behind those, divination abuse to the utmost. I mean, they will hate on people who are tarot readers to the point where we need to die and be burned and shit like that. And like, well, for Mormons, let's say they have a prophet of their church. They should not be having no problem with me or anybody else that has psychic abilities. See, they are just pissed. If you have psychic abilities and you won't join their fucking church, they get livid about that. Okay? It's like, well, don't you have a prophet of your own church? Isn't it supposed to prophesy shit? Why does none of the shit that it says come true? Why is it a liar? Because you're working with somebody that's being puppeted by an extraterrestrial, literally, you know? And they want to drag as many souls to hell. That's why Zeus and the Most High and Odin, like all of these, like underneath the Most High, all of these deities band together to fight against the false religions of this world and to fight against basically their bullshit, because they see the war that these people are creating with their thoughts and beliefs and their actions, you know, in the physical, but they see it in the spiritual also. Yeah, it is a reoccurring. And this is what I'm saying. This is something that we need to clear up within ourselves, because we don't want to carry, when this new earth comes, we don't want this dark. And again, I don't even want to call it dark feminine, but let's just a not divine feminine. I'll have to come up with a word for not divine feminine, but this not divine feminine, this person who is in their south node, this person wanted to be in your north node, but they're looking at you when you were in your south node because that's when they knew you the best, and they're trying to attack you that way and get it. So they're basically moving into your south node, which is still not their destiny. These people forfeited their destiny while you're getting the 10 of Cups, which means totally happy family, entering a period of contentment and peace. Things will end up balancing out. These people are in, this person's in the 9 of Swords right now, like how, you know, how we're feeling a little bit drained. This person is feeling to the nth degree drained, literally. And it's a dark, because they're still dark divine feminines, but this is not a divine person. They have no gifts and there's nothing divine about them. This person won't wash their ass, they won't clean, and they smell like sulfur, and they smell like shit. This person could have got a BBL that stinks and they need to get that shit removed. I don't hate on BBLs, but I've been hearing a lot of very dangerous things about people getting BBLs and them dying because they're going to other countries and getting them for really cheap. Because I think a BBL is probably going to be about $10 to $12 to $13,000, just no matter what, in the United States. So they go over to like other countries and get them done for cheaper. I was literally watching a movie about this and I'm like, whoa, it's crazy. But this person could have gotten a botched BBL and they think that they're better than everybody else because they have this surgery. Having a BBL, which stands for Brazilian butt lift, having a BBL does not make you divine, okay? Doesn't make you not divine, but it didn't change her social stature. It says straight up losing their social stature. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And I don't believe their entire story of Joseph Smith. I don't believe in any of that. I do know that Joseph Smith was a psychic, spiritual person, but I do not believe that. I just don't believe in their whatever they say, whatever happened. Because when I look with my spiritual abilities, I just don't see any of that being true. And so I'm like, I can't get behind that. The world. So yeah, this is about you being accessible to the world, being on the World Wide Web. And this is all about somebody else getting to have your energy. So divine masculine. This is somebody who is a soul sucker, man eater type energy. This is not somebody that will nourish you back to life. This is not a woman with golden nectar flowing between her legs. This bitch has garbage juice coming out between her legs. Yeah, and I feel like the dream that you had where you were in the insect hell, it was like there was something that you were there to retrieve in the dream state, and then they saw you and they tried to trap you because they just still want the head of John the Baptist. Literally, still. It's like, come on with these plots, you guys. This shit's getting old. At least for us, we would like a new story to be able to go off of. But God's giving you a testimony, though. Like, yeah, the Egyptian papyrus that he claimed to actually is a Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a mummification. I have looked at this papyri that you're talking about. I have looked at it and I know that it's a mummification process, but what it is doing is it's taking the spiritual organs out of somebody and locking them away in these jars. I've had to break several of these jars in the dream state. Yeah, I don't know who Robin is, but I definitely know who Rihanna is. Yes. Yeah. And so that is pretty wild, but I am getting that it's true. See, what I'm kind of picking up is that these celebrities that you're talking about, it's more like they're cursing a whole society or group of people. It's like a lot of people. And it's like I don't know if they're trying to curse you or if they're trying to do something else, but the effect ends up being a curse. So it's like they don't really know the magic that they're doing. Well, I look at what's on the bottom of the deck, death. Idiots. It's some type of death magic. These people can keep worshiping death if they want to, but death is not going to come to you. See, this person's so infertile, they need a divine masculine's energy so that they can create something. They need to, and that's why I said soul sucker, soul eater. They need, and then this bitch also wants divine feminine energy. She just basically needs a divine feminine and divine masculine that she can pull from to be successful. And no, this is over. This person's right now crying. They're in their bed crying and whining and telling God that it's not fair that you're this high priestess energy or high priest energy. It's absolutely fair. You naturally developed into this state of existence. They're going to have to walk away from this moon magic bullshit because all of it has been returned to sender. Yeah, again, look at this. Death, this is what they tried to do. The Six of Wands in the reverse is talking about a sneak attack that throws your life off balance. This is what they tried to do. They're in the Nine of Swords because they tried to create a deadly sneak attack that they thought would throw your life off balance. And welcome in, Amelia. And the last night's moon was Libra. And what would we use that for? Creating balance. So they literally abused the moon yet again, and tried to do this. So I was out in the middle of the night working with the moon. And as they were doing the magic, I was using the moon to transmute that magic and that energy back into light. That's basically what I was doing. I did that for like an hour last night. Oh my God. A dog freaking tried to bite your face off? That is absolutely a spiritual attack. Holy crap. You must have been around somebody that really did not have good intentions for you at that time. That is crazy. And I've seen animals get possessed before. I've seen a possessed cat. It scared the shit out of me. Like literally. I was camping and this cat, like, in the middle of the night, its eyes were like that big. Like, what fucking cat's eyes are that big? And they were like glowing and just looked like some demonic fucking spirit face. Like, did not look like a cat. Wow. Over a fence. That's crazy. That is crazy. God bless you. I hope that you were okay for that. It was definitely possessed. Yeah. That, I had a neighbor that would not put their dog on a leash, that would not this dog this was a Mormon person. They were using their dog to attack me. Yeah, you never got any compensation for that. You should have sued them. You should have sued them literally and had them put that dog down. But yeah, I had a dog. This person was using their dog, using some type of Mormon scripture, using their 350,000. That's insane. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, they were using this dog to attack me and oppress me and psychically attack me. This dog would threaten me. It would telepathically threaten me every day. And then anytime that he would let the dog out and I would be like trying to walk from my car to my house, this dog would come running at me, charging me and shit. And they didn't think there was nothing wrong with this dog running at me, coming up, pissing on me, all sorts of weird fucking shit. Yeah, absolutely. They're not able to take your sunshine. And that's what the sun energy is basically relaying to you, is that somebody wants your light. Yeah. Yeah, dogs absolutely. It's all animals that love you, hot solstice. That's just really, really sad that that happened. I'm glad that you're okay. Totally glad. I'm really glad that you're okay. The star. I'm sure that it was a long time that you were not okay, but I am so glad that you are now. I love the hot pink poopy. That's a funny emoji. I love it. That's hilarious. You are paralyzed for almost 2 years. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. I pray that that energy returns to sender. So this is still about your guys' star quality. Somebody wants to be this star, but this person doesn't get intuitive messages. They have to do witchcraft to try to steal from other people. Yeah, they definitely want your guys' light. It's like they want it, but again, every time they try to reach for it, they're so dark, they can't grab it. That makes sense. Doo doo. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But literally, so this also talks about other people trying to take credit for their work. I feel like somebody is trying to say that the reason that you're this star now, or that you're this shining light now, is because of them. Like, what the fuck? No. I could see somebody's mom saying that, but this is nobody's mother. This person's infertile. They cannot grow anything in their womb. They need to steal from divine feminine, divine masculine to get what they want. 7 of Cups in the reverse. They're very superficial, man. This is literally about money. And what you're doing is about serving the Most High God. And so that's a big difference in intention right there. They're dealing with things on a very superficial level. See what else comes out. We're going to use the true crime horror, because these people they did some type of crime against you last night. And these people are going to get caught up for this shit. Like, that's what I'm seeing indefinitely. Ooh, nice. To the pool. Sounds like a great day to go to the pool. Marriage/wedding. This person was going to try to marry you because they know that money is coming into your life. And they were going to try to do a sneak attack on you to basically undermine any efforts that you make towards getting a marriage proposal. The 6 of Swords is unwanted marriage proposals, and this would be an unwanted marriage proposal from this person. You know. Wow. Wow. Yeah. See? Wow. That's wild, Ragnarok. That's wild. Yeah. I would rebuke that. Just continue to rebuke that. You know, I see visions of Beyonce sending out this energy, and I'm like, excuse me, Oshun, can you look at this? And then Oshun's like, boom, slaps her ass down. Yeah, slaps her ass down. Because she's initiated into Oshun, into Ifa, which is, well, Ifa's like divination and it's magic, but it's love magic, basically. And I'm like, no, you're not going to be putting fucking spells on the general population anymore, okay? So that you can stay on top. Why don't you just do your job and be a performer, and then you'll stay on top that way? It's like, you don't need to put everybody under a fucking spell. Come on. And the shit is that the thing why Oshun is willing to slap her ass down is because she's not even using Ifa or anything like that. She's utilizing satanic magic, which is stupid. Assassination. So this person was going to marry you and then assassinate you. That was basically what they wanted to do. Get you to accept some type. See you have a fun time at the pool. Get you to accept. Wow, this is about you having a home. Home just came out, and I have never pulled this card before out of this deck. So yeah, this is assassination home. If they can't get you to, if they can't trick you into marrying them, this is that sweetener energy that you were just talking about, Ragnarok. That's that energy right there, that marriage proposal. I think that people would like these artists better if they didn't do, because if you do witchcraft on somebody, they're going to know on some unconscious level that you've done some witchcraft on them. And so they're going to be aware of that, and they're going to go away from you rather than go towards you. You don't need to compel the public to be obsessed with you. But I do get it. Like, I saw this video of Rihanna recently where it was like a newer video of her, and she was trying to sing to her own songs and she couldn't sing. Her voice is gone. I don't know what the hell. It was like she could sing, but it sounded like if I would sing, which I'm never going to do because I don't want to annoy anybody with my voice, right? But yeah, like she couldn't sing. She couldn't sing her own songs. Yeah, they definitely want to take from the lamb. It's crazy. But yeah, they see, these people have done stuff like sell their soul to the devil, and no, Jay-Z is not Lucifer. He's just a fucking loser. So yeah, these people will be selling their souls to whatever low vibing, not even devil. I won't even give them the credit of being a devil because they're just a low vibing entity. And then basically they get a contract, and for that many years of contract, they're insured fame at the very beginning, but that shit wears off. And that's what we're seeing when you see people lose their talent and their abilities. That's because the shit wears off, and they have to keep doing the magic and making the sacrifices and continuing on and putting and it's either that or they have, or it's that's the way they're going to succeed, or they're going to join the fucking Illuminati and be like serving that agenda. So again, that's why I do not respect celebrities in any type of way. I know that they're put through humiliation rituals and they're forced to do really bad things that I would never do. And things that I would hope nobody else would ever do. But yeah, this is definitely about you having a home. They wanted to bring an assassination to your home, wanted to cause you some type of deadly accident. That's good. Death is right there. That's going back to sender. You know, one time you guys, I have to tell you this. One time I was getting sent these car attack spells, or car attack. They're basically attacking my car, but they wanted me to have like a car accident. And I don't drive very often, but anyways, so it just lessens the amount of times. But so there was stuff going on with my car. When I returned this energy back to who sent it, my neighbor across the street had a car accident. And I was like, yeah, fuck that. Return to sender. Yeah, they wanted to have you imprisoned. They wanted to imprison you in your home, and they wanted to imprison you for some type of assassination attempt. Yeah, that she would lose her. Oh my God. Oh my God, Ragnarok. That is crazy. That's crazy. Yes. Yes, she did lose her voice. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. If you like YouTube searched Rihanna trying to sing along with her own songs or some shit like that, it will pull up this video of her, and you hear it and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's crazy. But yeah, coming out of the Bermudas, absolutely. And get close to God. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just, and I feel like that dog attack experience you went through was you, like, it's not a humiliation ritual, but it did humble you. What it was supposed to do was awaken you to connect with God, is what I'm seeing. Yeah, we absolutely. Oh, I know you never copy me. I know that you guys aren't doing anything bad to me. I would definitely be able to yeah, it did, right? So it worked, but we want to, before and after, we want to never have to go through something like that again, though. So staying connected to God is going to be really important. Drinking lots of water at this time, because they're basically using water magic, and our bodies are made up of a certain percentage of water. I don't forget what it is. But it is a big percentage. So make sure that you're drinking water as they send these attacks. Because I just got another wave of what they tried to send, and we're reversing that back. Yeah, before and now as well. Absolutely. I bet that it was a near-death experience, that's absolutely terrifying. But what I just say about water, they're doing something with water magic. So one of these people could be a water sign, but if you have water highly aspect in your chart, then again, you could send this violent ass water attack back. That's kind of why I saw the 6 of Swords. Egotism. These people are very egotistic. They're very much like stuck in their ways, and they don't believe that they have a higher self. This person's just broke. Just straight up broke. Trying to do crimes against you is not going to help their financial situation. This is what I don't understand. This is what is not logical to me, to do an attack on somebody and knowing that it's not going to change the financial outcome. You know what I mean? Well, really, he tried to blackmail you. But was a friend to your face. See, that was a major lesson to be learned. Hey, welcome in, angel guides. That's a major lesson to be learned, like seriously. Because my cutoff game is impeccable. Like I had somebody that I felt was going to try to blackmail me or set me up, and I cut her off way before the fact, before she even tried to do it. And so, oh, nice. Well, happy cleaning. Happy spring cleaning, angel guides. Yes, I totally do agree with that. Yeah, like it's crazy. It's crazy how these people react. So they're stuck in their ego, which is a problem because that means that they are so far away from enlightenment. It may end up being a near-death experience, an attack that the divine sends to this person because they're dealing with life and everything on such a superficial level, and they're not going within. They're not looking to the divine. And anytime, I'm always so obsessed with the divine. I know that if anything's going wrong in my reality, that I am the person that's creating that in some type of way. That's what gives me hope, so I can clear my own energy and then get rid of it. But yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So they were trying to, and no, the Ragnarok, they've initiated you multiple times, and you've passed the initiation multiple time, you know. Wow. A mermaid once saved your life from dying in water. I absolutely believe that. I absolutely believe that. Eat bread. That could possibly help. Definitely eat something. I'm fasting. I always fast when I do these readings because I don't want to accidentally throw up if I get like somebody's nasty energy. So I do a lot of fasting and a lot of prayer. But it's like I prayed Psalm 91 last night, and I immediately felt what they were trying to do become reversed. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I'll have dreams where something's trying to attack me and I'm trying to remember like the Lord's Prayer, but they're like blocking my brain from remembering it. Or I'm trying to say the word Jesus and I can't speak or something. Freaking just those experiences of paralysis. I don't like those. I feel like that has to do with some type of witchcraft. What were we just saying with a boat? Literally. These people, and then the 6 of Swords, this boat right here, I'm not kidding. These people may try to cross a body of water and, ooh, that's not going to be good for them. Especially like, because I absolutely believe, yeah, wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. It was a beautiful mermaid. That's awesome. I know that you're telling the truth because I see this mermaid. And I have ancestors that are mermaids from Zimbabwe, from South Africa. And so, yeah, Mama Wata energy. So, yeah, this boat, I would not be surprised if, like, there's other things that are in the ocean besides mermaids. I would not be surprised if these ancestors of yours did not rip These people, these people could have been planning to marry you on a boat or some shit like that. Mm-mm. If these people try to cross any large body of water to escape their punishment from God or the United States or the country or whatever, I'm not kidding. The mermaids will come out of the water and steal their ass. Yeah, past lifetime for sure. A lot of us have been mermaids and have been, I've been a siren, I think one time. I didn't really like that lifetime. It was pretty sad. And then I was a mermaid other times. Jealousy and devil. Okay. Now we're getting down to the truth of the matter. This jealousy, stop moving cards. This jealousy and devil card. These people better watch out. They don't know what lurks beneath the waters, okay? And these things could absolutely, like Cthulhu, come out of the water and drag them down to the bottom of it. Oh, really? Off of the East Coast. Wow. Yeah, a lot of them come from like rivers and stuff. It's quite interesting. I listen to so much folklore about fairies and mermaids and all of that. I listen to a lot of stories about Haiti. It's just so interesting. Wow. Yeah, when I went to the Pacific Ocean and I gave an offering to the mermaids when I was there and it was accepted and I was like, yes. So yeah, this is because of jealousy and envy and because of the devil, basically. This person is still in the Nine of Swords. So as much as you feel not good today, okay, also this motel hotel, this person could have been staying in a motel or hotel. Like I said, they want the energy of your home, or they were trying to come to your home. They were trying to bring police officers to imprison you to your home. And now these people are not allowed to go anywhere near you. They're forced to live in a hotel is what I'm picking up on. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah, so Buffalo and Ontario. I honestly don't know where those places are, but I do know about the Great Lakes. Some of them. Anyways, I know about some of them. But yeah, they are also in lakes. Lakes, rivers. This was such a horrible idea. This death magic was such a bad idea. I don't know why. It's just you're dealing with people that are so stuck in their ego that they really believe that their bullshit is working. And this is the thing. You guys waking up from like the black magic that you were under through music, through the music industry, through the artists that are in the music industry that continue to perform satanic devil, rituals. They're not even using the type of magic that comes from Africa. They're straight up using Satan. I don't know where Satan comes from, but it definitely doesn't come from Africa, I don't think. It's a river that divides, the New York from Canada. Wow. That's wild. So we share a river with Canada. That's cool. I saw a video the other day of Canada releasing a whole group of like endangered wolves into the United States so that they could basically create more of themselves because they're endangered. I think that's awesome. I love wolves. Like wolves, just one of my spirit animals and very protective. Social media. This person could have found you on social media or they could be watching your social media. It says Facebook right there. That's why I don't use Facebook for anything. Like I use Messenger to talk to one person and that's it. And other than that, Facebook is just too toxic and I don't know who the people are. I just don't feel like I can trust. I don't feel like I can add any new people to be a friend because I don't know who they are and I don't know if I can trust them and I don't know if they're trying to collect information on me so that they can attack me in some type of way. Death, social media, death. They wanted to bring an end to you being able to be pulled up on the TV, the radio, or social media. That's crazy. Yes, they are bigger. That's what I thought was like, are these some dire wolves? Why are they so much bigger than the ones that we have here? And That's just funny. That is so funny. Oh, the deer is overpopulating. See, that's another thing that it's like if we didn't if we didn't do something about that, we could be in trouble. You know what I mean? We could be overrun by animals. But I feel like nature has a way of balancing itself out. I also feel like when you're in trouble, if you call out in a certain type of way, animals are going to come to your rescue. Oh, really? Don't ever go into the deep wood if you want to survive to tell the tale. So they have just rules like that. That is wild. Yeah, see, in America, they're taking like Yellowstone and a few other big national parks, and you have to register yourself as a hiker, tell them where you are, and you have to keep this register. Like they changed all the rules about it because so many people keep going missing. And it's obviously some fucking giants that still live in Yellowstone, and they don't want these creatures that the Native Americans basically were like, yeah, we don't fucking live in there because we don't fuck with those things. But they're still there and they're covering that up. Yosemite is another one. So Yellowstone and Yosemite National Park. Crime of passion. Wow, look at that. Look at all those dead bodies around this person. Crime of passion. Jeez. Jeez Louise. So, can we just get a consensus of, besides obviously this is something to do with the devil, they wanted to sacrifice you to the devil for money. And then again, this energy that's coming from the media, what the hell? Natural disaster. God will send a natural disaster to this person. I'm also hearing Rhode Island, New Jersey, New York, New Hampshire. Where the hell is that? And then I heard Ontario, but I did see you just write Ontario. Yes, there's giants in North Canada as well. Absolutely. They stay well within the park. But at least your guys, you tell people not to go in there. Now they just try to track people. But again, a lot of people go missing. Like 200 people going missing from a park in a year. That's fucking ridiculous and crazy. They should just shut it down. Landfill. These people could have literally planned to throw you away. I also feel like this natural disaster in landfill could be that it would be a natural disaster for them for evidence to be found in a landfill. Wooded area. So this person could have wanted to take you to a wooded area. I mean, that's not a wooded area that I would want to go into right there. Also, somebody may ask you, ow, I just got a stabbing pain in my sacral chakra. What the hell was that? What is it? Is it something about this wooded area? Yes. They did something in a wooded area last night. You're from Ontario. Okay, that's probably why I heard that then. Yeah, they did something in a wooded area last night. God, I was like, ow, what the fuck? Yeah, you could be a masculine energy, but you don't have to. This could have been a masculine energy behind this feminine. I don't think that this feminine has the ability to use magic to assassinate anybody, but they definitely tried to do it last night. Road. This just reminds me of an experience that I have that's so supernatural. I can't tell the details about it because it goes too intimately, but I'll just say the experience I had. I teleported from a wooded area that I was running through to get away from this crazy murderous person that was going to unalive me if I did not get away. And I transported to this road, and swear to God, I'm staying there for 3 seconds before this van comes driving down this road, and I'm like, put out the hitchhiker sign, and they pull over, and it's this church family. They're on their way to church. And they're like, do you need help? And I'm like, yes. Absolutely, I need help right now. It was like God did that, transported me to this road so that this family that just came driving by in their little minivan, and they saw me and knew, they could tell that I needed help, and they took me home. So yeah, that you could have had a near death, like that was a near death experience for me. You could have had an experience where you teleported from one space to another and been like, how the hell did I get here? Like, cause I was like, how the hell did I get here? I was in the forest, boom, blink of the eye. Now I'm somewhere else. These people are about to be facing some type of legal proceedings. And what God's telling you is that they are going to need healing. They're going to be so hurt from this natural disaster that's going to be sent to them that they're going to need to heal. But that's what you're doing, basically. Yeah. Wow. That's sad. That hook that I just experienced in that chakra was from Rihanna. So you are right about, even though it sounds weird, like why would anybody that's famous need to do something like that? I don't know. If you personally know her, then maybe that would make sense. But you saw roadkill yesterday being feasted on by a crow. Okay, that's definitely, you guys, when you see ravens or crows, you need to know that their death is near. And it's not to scare you. When you get birds being sent to you, again, I can pick up when a bird is a monitoring spirit for somebody else, when somebody else is looking out through the eyes of that crow, and I can tell when somebody's shapeshifted into an animal as well. Their energy's a little bit more robotic looking. But yeah, seeing a crow eating something dead, um, that's death magic. That's literally death magic. Outer space, you come from outer space. And this is why, the death angels that don't play, that come down here with basically reaper angels, they came from outer space last night because of this death energy. I also feel like somebody tried to attach themselves to your crown chakra. Serial killer energy. So yeah. Well, I guess assassination is a bit different than a serial killer, but serial killer are people that kill specific people, right? So that what it is? They have like a trend or whatever, like they will like to kill like people that look like their mother. That's pretty much the only example that I can think of that I know because from watching TV. But yeah, I feel like this, I feel like you could embody this serial killer energy if this person were to come for you. You would just like put them in the ground. And it would be legal because this person should have never tried to attack you. They also tried to get you pulled into some legal proceedings. They wanted to sue you because they feel like you have money. Also, I'm getting that somebody wants to rob another person, but they want to steal from them. First, they're trying to steal from you in the spirit. So that's why, God, please unbind us as above. Please protect our destinies as above and so below. This natural disaster is a man-made disaster. This is man-made. All the plane crashes that have been happening, these witches are up under judgment, some heavy judgment. Yeah, they wanted to exchange gifts with you. That's a fuck no. I mean, and so in any way, form, or fashion that our spirit has been, what do you call it, compelled or forced to accept or exchange anything with anything else, we rebuke that in the name of Jesus. We do not give consent, and we do not exchange gifts with these people. You are a gift to this world, and that's why you're not going to be taken from it, because God gave you as a gift to this world. These people want to exchange gifts. They want you to have some fucked up karma while they take your karma. And the strangulation, this could be another method of the way that they thought that they were going to take you out. If you traveled, they were going to make a man-made disaster. And there were a lot of plane crashes that have happened recently. And, you know, other than the stupidity of the FAA, I can't really say in the United States. Okay. They have a program. See, this is why I believe that racism is bullshit. I really think it's bullshit. They, you know how went back in the past when it was like segregation or whatever, that they would not allow African American people to be in any type of job that was a job of importance, pretty much, and so they tried to rectify what they had done then that way with making it a mandatory quota that you have to have a certain amount of African American or whatever other type of person, right? Could be any other type of person, but I'm just using African American because that's the biggest thing in our culture I could see is the issue, is the racism. So like they could just like literally, I don't know if they're trying to bring back segregation, but we're not going to go backwards. Now we had a lot of man-made disasters because they added, not only do you have to have African American people working in the FAA and flying these planes, but also you have to have disabled people. Now, does that make any sense? Would anybody feel in their right mind, feel okay getting onto a plane knowing that it's a mandatory, that there is somebody that has a disability that could be operating and flying your plane? No, I want the person flying the plane that I'm going to be on to be able to see, to be able to hear, to have arms, to be intelligent, to not have mental health problems. And I'm not dissing anybody that is of any other race or anything like that, but I feel like you should fit a certain, this is over people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like these mistakes that they made with the plane hitting the helicopter, I mean, that was just stupid. It's because we've forced our society to lower the standards so that we could adopt this racism bullshit. And it should just be, these people need to be within a certain range of whatever, no matter what. I don't give a fuck what their color of their skin is. It doesn't matter. Just they need to be in a certain range of whatever, a certain type of intelligence or a certain type of skill. And they can't, and I don't feel, I like jobs like, okay, the person answering the phone that books your plane, that gives you your ticket, yes, they could be disabled. That's fine. But the person that's operating the plane, that's flying, hundreds of people or however many people can fit on a plane to a certain space or place, they should be of sound mind. They should be able to see, hear, feel everything. Like, and they should be very intelligent. That's just being responsible. So I feel like things just keep going out of balance. And it's because of idiots that make acts like that, naturally, obviously, we're going to hire people for jobs, right? But I feel like that's just silly. I feel like that's silly. Just accepting any person and making sure you have this many disabled people working like that don't make no sense to me. They need to get their shit together. Yeah, these mountains, this could be a place of healing for you. I also feel like there's something in the mountains where you live. And I don't know, I'm getting Bigfoot. I'm literally getting Bigfoot energy off of these mountains. Party, beware of anybody inviting you to a party, especially if they're like, hey, friend, haven't seen you in a really long time. I'm having a party. Make sure that you use muscle testing or your intuition, ask yes and no questions. You know what I mean? Like, so that you are not being coaxed into going to something that could be harmful. Because I definitely get, eyes wide shut energy. I also feel like some of these eyes wide shut energy people are the judges and the court officials. And so they want a sacrifice and they are looking to you to sacrifice because they sacrificed you in another life. This is probably the most dangerous thing that they could ever do, is to look at you as a sacrifice, because God said no to this life. That's not going to happen. Also, whatever was being done with these celebrities attacking people, I can't believe that shit, even though I just saw it and I know it's true. We rebuke that in the name of Jesus. And then we don't idolize any of these people. We call all of our energy and our power back from them. We don't give them any authority over our life in any type of way, because they really don't deserve it. They really don't deserve it. Okay, let's pull a couple more tarot and then we'll shut down the reading. I just want to see if there's anything else that needs to pop out. But yeah, this is about your star ability. Yeah. Yes, I love Sweeney Todd. One of the best movies, man. And Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yeah. Well, keep integrating your shadow, because the more that you do that, the less it's going to take over you. I used to like get real angry and stuff. And now I'm learning as I grow that that's just not healthy for me to be in my shadow all the time. So I just keep trying to transmute the energy of it. But know that the darkness basically exists. You couldn't have one without the other. If you didn't have darkness, you wouldn't be able to see light. And it's just funny how everything is about perception. Yes, extreme control over your emotions. Yeah, the hooks. That's what, when I felt that hook get, like they tried to put that in and it got ripped out, I definitely knew exactly who it was. I knew it was her. And I'm like, what the hell? I can't believe that. Holy shit. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, she is. She is. And then that other reader that you were going to, they both were putting hooks into you. But yeah. Yeah, it was definitely. Yeah, it's definitely her. It's definitely her energy. That's crazy. You know, I'm sure that these celebrities use the moon and stuff like that. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is so telling these people that they need to stop. It's just basically saying that they need to avoid a new adventure. It's there's something very tempting about doing something to you, but it's going to fail. It says its failure is because of money. They're not being practical, attempting to do everything by themselves. What stands in their way. Learn to trust in the expertise and experience of others. Examine and reorganize your priorities. So yeah, they're an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, which means they're broke. This celebrity is broke. Yeah, stalked you on the Truman Show. She thinks she owns me. She thinks she owns a lot of people. And it's really interesting how these celebrities, I don't know how these celebrities are finding you guys, if you guys have actually met before or what this is, but this is weird. Yeah, for sure. Ace of Wands. I knew it. So this is basically saying, try to play with me. You've got an Ace of Wands here, which means for you, it's a great time to begin a new project. These people, no, they should just stop what they're doing and go away. Warm, wonderful, happy family life. Also, it's a good time to start a family and to move forward with your life. Perfect time for that. This is definitely about your inheritance, your Four of Pentacles. See, I'm not even kidding. These celebrities, like, there's very few people that have raw talent. And again, any monkey can be trained to do just about anything. And so these celebrities, they get their fame from witchcraft, and they use that to make other people obsessed with them. And this is going to end up ultimately backfiring as the collective of humanity awakens to the fact that we've been manipulated through music and through, witchcraft, basically. And wishcraft, which is using witchcraft to make wishes and stuff. She's mad. Yeah. Her following is seeing what I see. I totally agree that, yes. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. Oh, you did have a crush on her. See, it's that accidentally idolizing somebody else when we should really just be looking to the Most High God and idolizing God, because God is perfect, and we're not perfect, but there is a part of us that is perfect on the inside. But we're not perfect beings as we're living our life, but we are trying to move towards greater mastery and perfection. And I feel like a lot of people are doing that, but there's a lot of people that they don't want to look to God because they are blaming God for their own, you know, their own problems, basically. Ace of Swords in the reverse, lack of concentration, the inability to think clearly. Yeah, these people have anxiety big time. Their mind is racing with too many thoughts. Obstacles, they need to simplify their life, unable to find work that makes them happy. Frequent job changes. This is what I'm saying. My gosh, taking shortcuts or cheating someone will have a negative effect on their reputation. These people are not protected by the universe. This is protection from the universe in the reverse with that Ace of Swords. That is crazy. They don't have any protection. I would never be playing around in magic when you don't have no protection. I wonder if they know that their protection's been stripped from them. Knight of Pentacles. So this could definitely be a husband to this Empress. I feel like this Empress energy deceives this person almost all the time. It's more than cheating. Oh, well, I was picking up on the Destiny swap. The Destiny stop. Exactly. Destiny swapping shit with Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez. If you don't know about that, you definitely have to, yeah, I am from LA. You definitely, if you don't know about that, you definitely have to look into it. You will be, I would give that as the best example, like, for people to look at, basically, is Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez to understand Destiny swap, basically. Yeah, they want to Destiny swap with so many people. And it's like, you can't do that. You can't Destiny swap for so many people. Judgment. Exactly. These people are up under judgment today, you know. And Josh or Jock, I don't even know how to spell what that is. Don't be hitting on me. I'm not here for that. Put you in timeout for a day. Come back tomorrow when you have your shit together. Okay. Had to remove that person. Sorry. Anyways, yeah. This Knight of Pentacles energy is like losing money really fast. These people are losing money. I feel like so maybe it's something that they did. They're looking towards you as a solution, and you're not the answer to their problems. I can guarantee that if they try to use you as an answer to their problems, they're going to have much more problems, like many, many more problems. You know what I'm saying? So this Nine of Wands energy, these people want you to be wounded. They want you to be like the wounded healer. You are going to succeed. Yes, they were able to mess with your energy a little bit, but it's not taking over you. Look, compared to what these people wanted it to do, it's not doing what they wanted it to do. It's just not powerful enough. It's not more powerful than you, and it's not more powerful than the Most High God. And everybody has free will. So this person trying to use love, whatever, like to manipulate people. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this person definitely could have a child. This child could be messed up because they did witchcraft while they were pregnant. They could actually have 2 or 3 children. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a celebrity couple here. I'm also seeing Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds as well. That what they're going through is karma for what they've done to other people. It's just straight up karma. Holy shit. And I like those 2 people. I used to think that they were all right, but this is karma. Definitely. What the hell was that? Jeez, what was that? Did you guys see that? Whatever that was, that I don't know what that was. Wow. Creepy. 3 of Swords, sorrow and loss. I mean, and I was talking about Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I think that I love Deadpool. I love everything Marvel, actually, just totally obsessed with it. Yeah, you did. Did you see that? That was freaking weird. I don't know what that it was like darkness. Like, I don't know what the hell that was. That was scary. Wow. So this is funny. Three of Swords, sorrow and loss, arguments with a lover, marriage separation, incompatible lovers. Yeah. Okay. I will tell you that anytime you cheat, okay, so this is what I think. I think that Ryan Reynolds left Scarlett Johansson to marry Blake Lively. Yeah, they are sick. I think that they did that because because Scarlett Johansson was too smart for him. She was too intelligent. Yeah. Yeah, to use your heart against you. That's absolutely it. He wanted somebody that was not as intelligent because Scarlett could see through his bullshit. And so that was a big problem in the relationship. So he wanted somebody that was like dumb and easy to manipulate. And then his next movie was with Blake. And that's what happened. He would rather have somebody that's stupid, that he can manipulate and that he can control in every type of way. And that's just because he's insecure. Because because Scarlett Johansson she's got great energy. She's got great energy. I'm sure that she looked at his insecure bullshit and was like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. Seven of Pentacles indicates a major turning point in finances. These people are losing their money. I'm not kidding. And they're becoming separated from whatever love situation they were in. Page of Wands in the reverse, another young energy associated with these people. So yeah, this could be somebody that they're using to hack you or stalk you online. Yeah. Yeah, I hope that these celebrities never become aware of my energy, cuz once they do, it's just a trap. It's a setup. Look at this. Four of Wands in the reverse, or Four of Cups, I'm sorry, in the reverse. Chronic emotional restlessness is manifesting itself in casual love affairs. Their heart is heavy and empty. They will lose the will to strive. Yeah, new goals and projects are needed. Overindulgence in food and alcohol, lack of moderation, failure in love. Cultivate positive thoughts, even though it's difficult. This person's drinking their sorrows out. They're using a lot of substances at this time to try to deal with the fact that they're losing money and they're losing everything. Yeah, we are all protected by Jesus. Jesus is our ancestor, and he don't play about the chosen. Queen of Wands energy. So yeah, we have definitely some people conspiring together here. I feel like there's a lot we can learn from these celebrity couples and from these different situations on how not to behave, what the things not to do in life. This Three of Pentacles, this is a collaboration. This is our soul tribe coming in. I also feel like God's calling judgment on this Nine of Wands energy of them trying to always wound us, right? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The solar plexus and the sacral chakra. Those two chakras, what I'm picking up mainly. So yeah, as you call your soul tribe in and the people that were not meant for you leave, this person will detach from your energy. Oh, good. They make me feel good too. It just clears the energy when it gets dense. Yeah, you're about to have a really good harvest. This is what they tried to stop. They tried to stop this collaboration from coming in, and they didn't want you to be able to heal and regenerate yourself. And so they want you to basically always be in fight or flight mode. So I'm going to say that when you feel this energy come on and it's like, oh, I just want to be in bed. Oh, I'm so depressed. Do the exact opposite of it. And make sure that if you do end up masturbating, that when you get to a climax, that you're not releasing that energy out to anybody that wants to steal it. Okay. That you're sending that energy and keeping it within yourself. That's the best thing I can say, because these people set up magic so that if you were to do that action, then their whatever entity or energy cord or whatever would then attach. So And then basically, because that energy is flowing out to everything. And so you want to be able to retain your energy and gain mastery over that. All right, let's get a final card. Oh, good. Yeah, up your spine. It feels awesome. Yeah, that's how it will awaken your Kundalini. Literally, you'll have a Kundalini awakening. And it's the most powerful thing. Like I said, 1 drop of sperm is more powerful than like 30 drops of blood. So that's crazy. 10 of Swords in the reverse. These people are not facing their problems. They're trying to run from them. Beware of anybody that comes in with an apology. They're trying to cause stagnation, and they're suffering. They're suffering right now. They also want something for free, and I don't feel like you should be giving your harvest away for free. I swear, this is somebody that likes to give shit away to people. So just beware of that. 2 of Swords. Yeah, these people are stuck. This is the stuck card. Stuck in a heart, got a heart wall up. So they see you over here succeeding with this star energy. They don't know why they're not able to sacrifice you. And it's because that's not what's meant to be in this life. These people are not intelligent. They go to a bunch of witchcraft practitioners like Beyonce's family and other families. They go to a lot of practitioners to get work done. But that type of shit is basically over in this day and age. All that work that they're getting done is over. You may be invited to a social event like a high school reunion or a wedding or some other type of social event. But I'm getting some type of very ill feeling about this social event. So maybe you shouldn't go. I don't feel like it's a family reunion. It's some type of social event. King of Cups in the reverse. So you do have a man that's plotting against you, that's openly bigoted and narrow-minded. This man holds a grudge. He may be involved in a difficult moral decision that includes you. You may lose your virtue, innocence, or money through this man. Do not trust him with your heart or your possessions. So yeah, just beware of the King of Cups in the reverse. All right, let's get a conclusion. King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. So we also have somebody else who's also, these 2 people are Masons or of some type. Overbearing and quick to anger in interpersonal relationships. This reminds me of like an ex. Judgmental and intolerant of others' lifestyles and opinions. Ignorant, close to new ideas, prefers to maintain the status quo, prejudice and rigid. This person creates conflict and unhappiness for you. So you got 2 people that are trying to do that. But they're basically trying to put limits on your income so that you can't get out of a state of poorness or poverty. But that's exactly what's about to happen. Their money is lost due to it's a bad time for them to invest, basically. No support for their business or financial plans is going to come through. So yeah, they shouldn't have done this. This was a horrible idea. A absolutely horrible, terrible idea. I think we're going to do the names and then I'll close out the reading. So the names are never to name shame anyone. We're not blaming anybody, but it just could be somebody attached to this situation, or it could be somebody that you know. And then you just have to figure out if the main name means anything to you or if not. But I feel like you guys are going to be fine. You may feel a little bit off today and the next few days, but just continue to return that energy because it's not your energy. You know what I mean? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing is you need to be merciful to those who show you mercy, but those who are not merciful to you, I'm not seeing to be merciful to them. These cards stick together. Beyonce. Gustavo. Halsey, Haley, Philippe or Philip, Jackie, Hannah, Eugene, Enrique, Henrietta, Carlene, Charlotte, Reese, Hazel, Hansel, Maggie, Avante, Dante, Mariah, Eddie, Elon, Elsa, Eliana, Ruby, Rupert, Ella, Hennessy, Jasmine, Jerry, Hallie, Helena, Helen, Austin, Christian, Scarlett. I was just talking about Scarlett Johansson. Adam, Felicity, Sunny. I wonder if Sunny's accident was a destiny swap. Henrik or Henry or Hendry, Ashton, Devin, Ruby, Paris, Aaron, Naomi, Miley, Kobe, Barrett, Jackson, Greta, and Henrietta. Okay. All right. You go do meditation. All right. So I'll go over these names one more time. So we have Elizabeth or Lizzie, Beyonce, Gustavo, Haley, Halsey, Hannah, Kobe, Miley. You're very welcome, you guys. Naomi. I love being here with you guys. Aaron, Ruby, Paris, Devin, Ashton, Henrik, Henry, Hendry, Elon, Dante, Avante, Maggie, Hazel, Hansel, Reese, Charlotte, Carlene, Henrietta, Enrique, Philip or Philippe, Felipe. I'm sorry. Gosh, pronouncing these names like totally wrong. Eugene, Enrique, Adam, Felicity, Scarlett, Christian, Austin, Helena or Helen, Hallie, Jerry, Jasmine, Ella, Hennessy, Rupert or Ruby, Elsa, Mariah, Eddie, Jackson, Henrietta, Greta, and Barrett. Okay. All right, you guys. Much love, Valkyrie. Absolutely. Thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you all for being here with me. Please like the video. It really would help. Hit that notification bell so you're notified of every time that I go live. And make sure that you guys are subscribed, okay? Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Again, drink lots of water. Okay, you guys? Do some meditation and continue to contemplate and reflect on the energy that came from last night. And then ultimately, when you know it's not your energy, return it back to the sender. And that all you need to do is say, I know this is not my energy, and I return it to the sender. Okay. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, giving you air hugs and peace be with you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Have a great day, you guys.